All right, here we are, episode 3 here in Chicago. Of course, welcome back to the Chicago Blackhawks NHL 23 franchise mode series. And today we're going to continue series number 1, and we're going to see what we can do here. So yeah, welcome back. In the last video, we kind of got a little bit of the simulation done. We are up to 34 games played on the regular season. We're here in 2023-2024. Of course, we did bring back Patrick Kane to help out Connor Bedard here in his rookie year, which, by the way, he has 25 points in 34 games so far. Giving a lot of our young guys some playing time, including our goaltenders, actually. And honestly, these two haven't played too bad, so that's good to see. And then, of course, still developing our guys here in the AHL, Andre Kasparaitis leading the way here with 25 points in 30 games. But yeah, it's kind of just another rebuilding year here in Chicago, looking to get another high draft pick. Taking a look at the draft class here. Once again, we have Aaron Kiviharu, Celebrini, Berkeley Catan, Cole Eiserman, among others. There looks to be a pretty good depth of medium elite players here, because in the top 8, we're pretty much guaranteed medium elites and higher. So that is good to see. And also in the last video, we were kind of looking at a trade here. So I'm going to go over to the Buffalo Sabres. And they are looking to give away projected lottery pick of this year's draft, Axel Sandin Pellikka. Offensive defenseman. He's got all the X factors with an in-reverse zone ability. He's looking pretty good. And I actually kind of did some pre-scouting here. I actually have a trade here that we could make. So I'm going to read it up here, and then I'll explain it here after I get all the pieces. There's Sturback. And then I'm going to take a couple of picks here from them. All right, so this is the trade that I kind of came up with. So we are giving away Dmitry Orlov, Ian Mitchell, and is it Maxim? Yep, Maxim Sturback in exchange for Axel Sandin Pellikka, a 3rd and a 4th in this year. Now, so Buffalo, they want to trade Pellikka. So that's kind of the reason behind why we're targeting him in the first place. But Orlov, I mean, he was one of our big free agency signings this year. But with our team being as bad as they are, 32 years of age, I don't have a use for him anymore. I know it's kind of cheap to sign somebody just to trade them, but I mean, Yzerman kind of did it this year, so I feel like I kind of have the green light too. Now, Ian Mitchell, he is a young defenseman who actually has a decent amount of value if you look. If we go down to him here, yeah, he's actually got, for whatever reason, more value than Lukas Reichel, which doesn't make any sense to me, but he's actually not playing this year. And if he can't crack this roster, I feel like he probably won't crack any roster of ours. So might as well take advantage of that value while I can. And then just to add in a little bit of realism, I'm actually going to give away Sturback as well, who's one of our defensive prospects. Now, this actually isn't bad for us considering our pretty much embarrassment of riches on defense. I mean, if we take a look here, we have our 1A and 1B prospects, if you even want to go that far, in Korchinski and Kasparaitis. And then we also have Nolan Allen, we have Rinzel, and Wallinder as well. And to dive even deeper into it, Korchinski is offensive defenseman as well as Kasparaitis, and that is actually what Sturback is as well. So we don't really have a need, and also Pellikka is an offensive defenseman himself. So I feel like Sturback, even if he cracks the lineup, if he reaches his max potential, well, I'm not going to have room for him. I'm okay with getting Pellikka as an offensive defenseman because of his abilities. So I feel like the chemistry won't be completely fucked up that way. Korchinski and Kasparaitis both have some abilities there, so there shouldn't be too much of an issue with chemistry. If there is, I mean, we can probably just deal with it. If they get to a decent overall, it'll probably be fine anyway. But yeah, that's what I'm working with here. So these two might be our top 2 defensemen in the future, but Pellikka could make a run for that himself. So, and we actually do need a right shot defenseman because both Korchinski and Kasparaitis are right shot. Korchinski can play the right side, but it'd be nice just to have a natural righty there. I know Nolan Allen is, oh no, he's actually left defenseman too, but it's a good thing that he can play both sides. So yeah, that's kind of the thinking with this. I'm taking back a 3rd and a 4th just because of the value gap. And yeah, so let's see if Buffalo accepts this. Orlov, Mitchell, and Sturback for Pellikka, a 3rd and a 4th. That one is rejected, all right. I'm going to take out the 4th. So for Pelika and a third, will this go through? No. All right, so I'm actually okay with this. Let's just try to sneak in that fourth then. So will this go through? No. All right. So let's try this straight up. Orlov, Mitchell, and Sturback for Pelika. And that one is rejected. All right. So I'm fine with this. I feel like it's a bit realistic. I think Ian Mitchell's value is kind of not really how much it should be. So I'll see if I might want to take him out. Now, I did want to keep a decent amount of draft capital for us. However, for a type of prospect like this, I'm okay with giving away a pick. Let's just try the fifth for now. See if that goes through. Oh, they'd have to put Ian Mitchell on waivers. Okay. Is there somebody I can take back that has, like, no value? Who's in the NHL? Let's see here. Nick Foligno. I mean, well, hold on. Let me see if they have a defenseman that I can take back. So Ian Cole looks to be the lowest, of value. He does have another year on his contract. I mean, it's only $2 million. I'm not too worried about it. But if this allows us to go through, let me see if that'll work, actually. Okay, they're just not, I guess they see Ian Cole as some value, which I don't agree with, but, let's see we have 2 fourths for next year, so let's just keep ours. Let's trade New York's. So I'm fine with this. So Orlov, Mitchell, Sturback, and a fourth for Pelika and Cole. That one is rejected. Okay. Now, is a third worth this? I mean, he is a good prospect. Let me try something else here. So let's just try these two, because if they're gonna have to place Ian Mitchell on waivers, we might as well just try these two then, right? So that one's going to be rejected. Let's try that fifth again. And so is that. Okay. I think I'm okay with giving up a third this way. So let's try Dallas's. That one is rejected. Alright, so it would have to be our third. Now, let me make sure this is worth it. So Orlov, I'm not too worried about. Sturback. I have been checking the progress reports, and he's actually getting a lot of progression, but I think it's such a good upgrade that this is definitely worth it. I think it's still pretty realistic. They're getting we're swapping defensive prospects. They're getting a pick and a defenseman that will help them win right now, which I think they're planning on doing. So yeah, I'm alright to try this. Still no. Okay, damn. Let's try that fifth. Will this go through? No. Damn. Okay. What are some players even valued at Ian Mitchell? Nobody that I want. Okay, let's put him back in this trade, actually. And then let me take back Jack, because I don't think I tried this, or not Jack Johnson, Ian Cole. I don't think I tried this way. So we're basically just adding back Ian Mitchell. Again, he's not playing right now anyway. I'm not too worried about him. Let's see if this goes through, and we aren't quite interested, even though it's quite, okay, so it's just that they're not interested. I think Sturback is kind of holding this back, not because of his value, but because they're not interested. So I'll try the fifth. If this doesn't go through, then I will have to reconsider some things here. And, oh, okay, wow, that was accepted. All right, so I'm definitely happy with that move. Another big defensive prospect for us. Now, will he go? Okay, he'll go down to the AHL. No waivers. That's good. And I hope we still have a defenseman that we can slot in here. Do I have anybody scratched? Oh, yeah, I just traded for Ian Cole. That's right. Philip Roos, I don't think... let me just put Ian Cole in here for now. I'll just put him in there. No chemistry whatsoever. Even though he has decent. Oh, Seth Jones is in. Okay, let's try Murphy up there then. Alright, there we go. I'll take that. I think that was a -1 before anyway. So let's see. So yeah, this is going to be all fucked up. So I'm going to put Seth Jones on the first line power play. And then they actually didn't even have a defenseman there before. Or they had 2 defensemen, my bad. Let's see. Khrushchev, Kane, Bedard, Newhook. And then Radish and Reichel. That's the top 6 right there. So then Camp. And then I don't even have like an offensive defenseman anyway. I might as well put another forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Camp was in there. Yeah, Mark's a sniper. We can do that. Power play number 2. Again, I'll put in Seth Jones there. And these guys are already there. So Newhook, Radish. I mean, I might as well just put in a defenseman on this one. I'll put in Caleb. Where's Caleb Jones? Is this him right here? Yeah. So I'll put him there. And then penalty kill. Seth Jones up there, even though I don't know if that'd be a good idea in real life, but oops, where am I? Okay, this is where I would slot in Ian Cole. There's that. Once again, bring Jones up. We'll slot Cole in there. And then, is that it? What's this? Oh, all this. I can't move. What's going on? There we go. Alright, Kane, Bedard, Jones. Let's see here. Let's do... Is this 4-on-4? Yeah. Let's do Caleb Jones up there. And then I can put Ian Cole right there. That's fine. Again, this is just all filling this out. And Caleb Jones there. And then in the shootout, this is all good. And then I don't know why he was in there regardless, but we'll put Lucas Reichel there. And that should be good. And that's all of the lines right there. All right. And then AHL, let me just do... Whoop. Head coach preferred. Does that put... Okay, he's getting bottom line. And he's -3. I don't like that. That's a +5 right there. I will take that. The only thing is this is absolutely fucked. I'd rather do that because these two I'm not as worried about. And then just give our youth complete... What do we do? The +5 or the +2? I feel like this duo up here would be scary though. Let me keep the +5. Damn, that would be nice though. Let me see. Is he on the power play like first line and shit? Yeah, him and Kasparaitis. That's dirty. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And then how about this? Yep. All right, I'll keep that. So yeah, our defensive core for the future is looking insane. Like we have, of course, I guess nobody up here, but we have Kasparaitis, Renzel, Pelika, Allen, and then Korchinski, who's still in the WHL. So yeah, this is going to be a great defensive core for the future, at least as it looks right now. So I am very happy with that trade. I do think we want to target a forward in the draft. I know we have Bedard and we have, you know, some of the guys like Nazar and Khrushchev, but I need that like elite level winner with Bedard. So I'm thinking Celebrini, can he play the wing? Let me see here. Oh, he is a right winner. Okay, perfect. Yeah. He is a sniper, though, but, I mean, he does have high elite. One of these two, maybe, though, could be the target if we don't get in the top 2. And then there's also Smirnov, Zetterberg. So there are some options here. Demidov, but he's a sniper, too. So we're definitely going to have to make a huge decision on this draft. I figure we're going to get at least in the top 8, top 10. I think we can get in the top 8, so that would guarantee us an elite. So that would be really good. But yeah, let's continue this sim here. I think we'll get up to the deadline as of now, but I think I will sim through the regular season, see the draft lottery and everything in this episode. So let's start the sim here. We'll go to the day before the trade deadline. And now I have to tell you guys a story. As Taylor Radish actually accepts our contract extension. Now I do not remember this one. Let me see what we offered him real quick. And then I'll get into the story, because you might have noticed it off the bat, but just to make... Oh, yeah, 3.5 times 2. All right, that's perfect for me. All right, yeah, we'll get up to deadline. But yeah, I want to tell you guys a quick story. So, in the first 2 episodes, you will notice a ringing noise, like a really annoying one, which I didn't notice until like after I uploaded them. And I thought it was with my mic. So what I did was I bought a Elgato to record through my laptop and then record the mic through my laptop. Well, then of course, when I plugged in my mic to my laptop, it still had that ringing noise for whatever reason. And on top of that, my laptop, I just have like an Air Mac, and the Elgato did not run good on that. So good thing, I mean, that didn't work out regardless. But I went through all this trouble, and then that shit didn't work. So then I bought a flash drive, because what I was going to do was record the gameplay off my PlayStation, put it on the flash drive, and then do a separate audio recording. But then, like I said, the mic still had that buzzing noise on the laptop. So this was like a week ago too. It took me a week to figure this shit out, and then all the problem was the fucking USB cord that came with my mic was just shit. So I used a different one. I used my PS3 charging USB cord, which is what I'm using right now. It's plugged in my PlayStation, and the buzzing is almost completely gone. It might be very faint, but you can't even really hear it. Like, it's crazy that this whole time it was just this USB cord that was causing all these issues. And I bought all this shit just for it not to be part of the problem. Like, it was crazy. So I have an Elgato now. I have a flash drive. I spent $100 on them combined. Like, I might not even need them for like a while, but like that's all I went to just to get rid of that ringing noise. But finally, I've gotten rid of it with something I already had. So that's great. Anyway, back into what we're doing here. So we are 21-37-3, which still is last in our division, as well as last in the NHL. So that's good. Patrick Kane is having a great year for us. He has really picked up his scoring too. As we'll take a look. So that first line, not doing too bad. At least these two. Bedard has 22 goals, 53 points in his rookie year, so that's great. He's up to a 90. That is fucking crazy. Wasn't he at like an 84 or 5 to start the year? He was just at an 87 when we started the video, and he's already up to a 90. So that's great. He's already going to be one of the best players in the league by next year. Kane at 35 years old now. He's got 55 points in 61 games, so that's beautiful. And then Reichel right there at 35, kind of trailing behind the two, but there's a huge gap in overall and X factors, all that stuff. Kurashev 34 on the second line, Newhook 29, Radish 24, so nothing, it's not really that good, but the scoring's not going to be great this year, so I'm not too worried about it, as the rest of the forwards, Camp, Cahoon, Janmark, all that. And then defensively, Seth Jones leading the way, 17 points, a minus 25, beautiful. Ty Smith, 15. So some spread out scoring from the defense. Everyone's got over 10 points. So that's pretty good. And then goaltending, Jackson Stauber still over a 900 save percentage, 907. Soderblom down to an 897, but that's all right. He's at 8-28, Jesus. Stauber's actually got a winning record. So this guy, Jackson Stauber, he might actually do something for us here. He's playing well right now. Yeah, if I wasn't tanking completely, I would, he might be in the running for something. Like Vezina, or I don't know, that's just good. That's good, 907 for a shit team. I'll take that. Excuse me, around the league, we have Jason Robertson picking up 76 points in 62 games. Alex Ovechkin with 74, Kucherov 73, Braden Point 71. Goal leaders is Jason Robertson with 46, so it looks like him and Ovi are definitely going to be 50 goal scorers this year. I don't think Draisaitl can catch that point, but I'm not going to bet against him or McDavid. And then defensively, we have Adam Fox with 66 points, Heiskanen 56, Dowling 52, Carlson 51, with Jacob Chikrin actually having the most goals with 16. Didn't he have 20 goals like a couple years ago? It was 18, yep. 18 in 2020, 2021, all right. So there is that, and then goaltending-wise, we have Andrei Vasilevsky, the winningest goaltender so far. Stuart Skinner right up there, and he's actually got a .921 save percentage, as well as Thatcher Demko. And then amongst the stars, those two do lead the way, and Vitek Vanacek as well with 27 wins for him. So these three, pretty much a three-man race for the Vezina. But actually, Peter Kochetkov, who I believe is a rookie, right, in this? Would he be a rookie still, or would that be? Yeah, he's still a rookie. He could very well win the Calder. Absolutely. He's definitely in the lead for goaltenders. But, so that's actually not good for us, because I would love for Bedard to win it. Shane Wright right behind him, as well as Dylan Gunther. So he's still got some competition. Adam Fantilli. Did he go second in this? Oh, he went third. Okay. 43 points in 60 games. Pretty solid rookie year for him. I think he's only getting like second or third line minutes. So pretty good for him. Slavkovsky's up in the NHL. Yeah, so there's all that. So we're at the trade deadline here. I don't really think we have to do too much else. I'll check our contract extensions, because I remember Reichel. And actually, here we go. So Patrick Kane does want an extension. So that is big. Yeah, I think that means we'll let him retire a Blackhawk. And then Lucas Reichel, what is he looking for at this point? So he's down to about $4 million. The only thing is he's not having like a crazy year where I'm like, wanting to give him that huge extension. So I might, he does want a 2-year deal, so I might just honor that and just do $3 million. And then, yeah, I'll let him earn that big contract. I mean, I'm not afraid to give him the money. I don't really want to cheese a system 8 years, $4 million, and then he blossoms. Or maybe that doesn't even work out for us. So I'm going to do the 2-year at $3 million. And then these guys I'm not really worried about. But yeah, Patrick Kane. I saw he was looking for $7 million. I'll definitely give that out, even if it's an overpay. 2 years, I'll give him $7 million. Hopefully he retires at the end of that. I don't want to give him a long term, just in case we might want to use the money for free agency. But we will have the money right now. I think I still have some other cap whales. Like, yeah, Cahoon's making $10 million for a year. Was there another one, or is it just him? Okay, maybe it's just him. Either way, Kane's going down by about more than half of his contract. Cahoon's not going to be re-signed. So we'll have money in this year's free agency if we want to make a big splash. Speaking of that, I actually do want to see who is on the upcoming free agents list. Is that this one? Yes. All right. So Austin Matthews would be an upcoming free agent. Will it say if they have extensions? No. I figured they might not even show them, though, if they did. So we have Matthews, Aho, who I believe would be an RFA. Jake Gensel, we can bring Alex DeBrincat back, who I also believe would be a RFA, or maybe it was this year. Timo Meyer, Matty Beniers, Kopitar, not really. Damn, Philip Pronis up to an 88 overall. He's got 34 points on the year. So he's kind of found his home in Vancouver there. Yeah, so these are all the free agents upcoming this year. And how about goalies? Fleury, UPL, Carter Hart, Phoenix Copley, who's got an 85 overall, actually, so that's good for him. Yeah, so these are all the free agents upcoming this year. Obviously, Austin Matthews, the big fish. I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't want to target him if he becomes a free agent. But that's just me. The only thing is, I don't think Bedard is marked as a winner. So neither of them are marked as natural or secondary, winners on the right or the left. So that could mess something up. Because Bedard's definitely like our franchise guy. Like I'm not gonna turn this into. So maybe we won't target Matthews, but it's just something to look out for. So yeah, let's actually hop into the trade deadline here. See who is available if we want to make any trades. Okay, well, Austin Matthews is available from the Maple Leafs. I don't know if I've ever seen him available on the trade block, but I'm not gonna target him, and definitely in the trade block. That makes no sense. I don't think he wouldn't have an extension, right? Yeah. So, oh, look at that. So they extended William Nylander, and that might actually screw them out of Austin Matthews. So that is going to be big to see where he lands up, if it is a different spot. Kopitar, Fleury, Nick Schmaltz we can bring back. Mackenzie Weegar, among others. What is Schmaltz doing this year? He's got 43 points in 64 games. He's on a pretty good contract for his overall two-way forward. If we were a contending team, I would definitely be interested in acquiring him, welcoming him, getting him back to Chicago, but I don't think it makes sense for us. So let's keep digging here, see if there's any like young guys that are available. Who is that? Oliver Shillington, not really interested. Let's see who else we have here. All right, here we go. We got Yuri Kulich, Ponomarev, Brett Harrison. A lot of these like B-level prospects. Andrew Cristall, okay. Another sniper though. I would love to get a playmaker on the wing. Do we have one of those? Cruz Lucius. Again, he's kind of B-level though. Trade from Calgary. They trade to Foley and Chris Tanev for a second, Owen Pickering, and a third. So Pittsburgh adding some defensive depth while giving up one of their prospects a couple of picks. So I think that's a pretty good trade for both teams. Makes sense. Trying to get Crosby another ring before he retires. And Calgary probably not doing shit. So there's Iceman, Fabian Wagner. Yeah, I don't think... Okay, another fucking trade. Canes give up 2 seconds in exchange for Mackenzie Weegar. All right. So, as a part of the Matthew Tkachuk trade, they add another couple of seconds to that. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody we want to target here in this trade deadline. Yeah, I'm not really feeling nobody here. I do want to take a look real quick as we have another trade from Montreal. A couple of seconds to Philadelphia for Tony DeAngelo in a third. Wow, that's actually pretty interesting, but they have both Logan Mailloux and Tony DeAngelo on the same team. Not controversial at all. That is not Montreal. That is also not Montreal. There we go. Do they still have Mailloux? Yep, there he is. Yep, they have both him and DeAngelo. That's just great. So I did want to see if we have any development. So Korchinski is up to an 80 overall. He was at a 79 last we saw. So that is good. He'll definitely be ready for the NHL next year. Could be in the lower to mid 80s by the time the season starts. Kasparaitis also up to 77 from a 76. So that is great. He's got 33 points in 53 games. What is Pelika doing? He's got 13 points in 23 games. Beautiful. All right. So he's doing good down there. Is Nazar picking it up a little bit? 33 points in 53 games, or 32 points, excuse me. Not too bad. He's up to a 77 himself. So we're getting some growth, though, out of our guys, which is really good. Anybody else here that has grown? I think Green went up by a point. Musty might have went up. So, yep, there's that. Any goaltenders? Not at the moment. Kamesa, how's he doing? Jesus, 881. Struggle a little bit down there in the AHL, but that's all right. And yeah, Bedard just has max value, which is, he's not 90 overall. He's still only 18. That is crazy. That is crazy. Only 18 still, and he's a 90. That is absolutely wild. Yeah, don't know why I clicked that. But yeah, so I think I'm just gonna send the trade deadline here. I don't think we need to make any trades. We'll kind of just get this year done, see where we land in the draft lottery, and then in the next episode we will get the offseason done. Mark Pysyk, I definitely do not want or need. So yeah, let's continue the sim here, and let's just get this year wrapped up. We'll do a season recap, and then we will get everything out of the way. So Lucas Reichel accepted that contract extension, 2 years at $3 million, as well as Patrick Kane, another 2 years at $7 million. So we have a lot of guys with 2 years as the extension, so we will have some money if we need to at that year. And of course, this game never fails to make you go on a huge win streak after the trade deadline when you do nothing. But on the other flip of that, if you make a playoff push and acquire all these pieces, you'll always lose. It's just typical. But racking up the losses once again, which is good. And we are going to end the season. Well, we get 30 wins. We will not. So we will end the year 29, 47, and 6, which remain last in our division. And it looks like by pretty big margin, we will have the best odds at the number 1 selection, which is a good thing. The only thing is, the top prospect is a defenseman, and I have no idea if he has high elite or franchise. So here's the interesting thing. So we have 3 high elite players here, at least. I have a feeling Kiwi Hardy might be franchise, so we might have to take him just based off that. So damn, that trade is looking. I mean, shit. If it's those 4 as the top 4, though, that would be great. So I'm not even going to be mad if that happens. But I think the lowest we can go is 4. So we solidified ourselves a top 4 pick, if I'm thinking of that right. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because only 3 teams can move up, and if they do, then we drop to 4. Yeah, so we have a top 4 pick in this year's draft, which is great. To wrap up the season, though, for the regular season, Patrick Kane, 69 points, led the team, only by 1, though. Connor Bedard picking up a 30-goal, 68-point rookie campaign. Very nice there. Definitely take that, even with the year that we had. That is not Lucas Reichel. Philip Khrushchev, 49 points. So he is right there. He was doing that on the second line with Newhook and Radish. Reichel there with 44, 47 from Newhook. Camp, 39. Amongst others, Dominic Kuhn actually made the most out of that $10 million contract, getting a 30-point year in. Defensively, the Jones brothers led the way, 25 from Seth, 23 from Caleb. Ty Smith, 23 points. Ian Cole, 18. Only 11 with us, but I'm not too worried about that. Connor Murphy, 16, and Nikita Zaitsev with 15. Connor Murphy actually a plus 14, which is impressive as hell, because we were shit. He was minus 39 last year. That is crazy. Plus 14. All right. That is definitely something to keep into consideration. So good year from Murphy. And then Stauber ended up with over a 900 save percentage, which is good. And Schutterbaum was just under it, so I'll take that. And then in the AHL, Mike Harmon leading the way with 51 points. Mackenzie Entwistle. Nazaro had 45, so not the greatest year in the AHL, but hopefully he'll get some development. And then defensively, Kasparaitis with 44. I'll definitely take that. I think he cooled down a little bit, but yeah. And Pelika with 22 points in 41 games, which is definitely not bad on the second pairing. And then Camasso actually jumped back up 898 save percentage, so that's good. Did Rockford make the playoffs? What are they? 39-20? Yeah, they definitely did. All right, what I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna try out the 2 top prospects here on the first line. Maybe that'll boost Kasparaitis a little bit. And then, actually, before, I was going to do a simulation of their playoff run, but before we do that, let's take a look around the NHL in terms of the entire league. So, Alex Ovechkin, at 38 years old, led the league in scoring with 97 points and 61 goals, which also led the league. That is a crazy season from Ovi. McKinnon, 94 points. Robertson, 93. Draisaitl, 92 with Horvat as well. Defensively, we have Adam Fox did retain the points lead there with 86. And Aaron Ekblad actually with the most goals with 19. And then goaltending-wise, Vasilevsky was the most winningest. Save percentage-wise, amongst starters, actually went to Spencer Knight and Thatcher Demko, who both had 70 games played. So this is going to be interesting Vezina voting, because any of Knight, Demko, Skinner, Saros, or Bennington. Like, look at all these guys who could win it. Where's that Vasilevsky? He's a 913. So yeah, I think any of these guys who had all these games played could win it, which is crazy. So that's good that there's healthy competition. And then another dark horse, if he remained, yeah, Kochetkov, he had a 910. I don't think he'll win the Vezina, though, but he can definitely win the Calder. 33 wins, a 910 save percentage. He's actually up to an 87 overall. And then rookie skaters, Bedard did lead the way, so that is great. So it should be, the only thing is he was a minus 23, but I think it should be between him and Kochetkov. If not one of those two, it'll definitely be Shane Wright. So there is the NHL stats. We'll take a look at the standings too, I guess, real quick. So the number one team in the league this year was the New York Rangers, as well as the Vancouver Canucks somehow. With Ilya Mikheyev and Anthony Beauvillier in the first line. That is definitely something right there. That top pairing, though, Hughes and Hronek, that was probably a very good pairing for them. As well as Demko playing at a Vezina level, that definitely helped. Oilers, Stars, no surprise. The Kraken did good in the simulation. That's good. Predators up there, Penguins. They did make the playoffs after they made that big trade. And then on the other side, obviously we were down here, Arizona. Any big surprises? I guess LA being down here is pretty surprising. Calgary, honestly, isn't that surprising? They were shit this year. Winnipeg down here. Ooh, Buffalo did not make it after trading for Orlov. That sucks. That really sucks. He was playing top 4 minutes too, damn. So that might not look good for them in a couple years. So yeah, Philly just missed it after making their big trade, and Colorado snuck in. So yep, there is the NHL for you. And then back here in the AHL, let's see if Rockford can make a run here. So first round against the Milwaukee Admirals, who are the Nashville Predators team, right? Let me see here. See if I can tell just based off their team here. Milwaukee, let's see. Yep, Tommy Novak, yep. Yep, this is, oh yeah, Kamel, yep. This is definitely the Predators, and wow, this is actually a very good team. Tommy Novak and Kamel up there. I believe these are EA's rosters. Or no, this is a custom roster, but this might have been before he broke out a little bit. Maybe not, because I think I downloaded this roster from March. Either way, we are facing Milwaukee here in the first round. Game 1 does go to us. Cole Gutman with 2 goals there. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3 goes to us. I believe the first round is best of 5, right? Yep, so we take a loss. Oh, no, it's out of 7. So series is 2-2, right? Yep, 3-2 us. We can close it out at home, and that we do in overtime. Beautiful. Cole Gutman with 5 points, 4 goals in the first round. Second round against, I think, is this Manitoba? Is that their city, Manitoba? Manitoba Mooseheads or something like that, right? Oh, just Manitoba Moose, alright. Yep, so this is our divisional round matchup. They finished just below us, so we will have home ice. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us, and we can close it out here in 5 at home. And once again, we do. Alright, so conference finals here in the AHL. This is good to see. Cole Gutman's still fucking killing it. 6 goals, 10 points, 11 games. Here against Abbotsford. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. We can sweep them. We can't do that. Game 4 goes to them, as well as Game 5. Alright, come on, guys, lock in. Game 7, we gave up a 3-0 lead, and I guess we would have won, right? Yeah, damn. So we make the finals, but in a weird fashion against Belleville here. First game, oh, we lost in overtime, damn. Second game, 1-0 victory. There we go. Game 3, they take. This is a huge game. We have to win this. Damn, we don't. Game 5, we're on our heels. Let's slow sim this one. A good season regardless, but this would be nice to win this. First period, 0-0. Second period, 1-0 us, Mackenzie Entwistle. And the third period, we take the 2-1 win. Entwistle with 2, Dylan Gambrell for them. So we're still in it if we can win. I mean, we have to win this, but this would be huge. So we're back home here. We have a little bit of momentum. First period, 3-1. Elmasa with 2. He is just turning up right now. And Haworth for us. Reinhardt for them. Second period, 5-1. Gutman with 2. Third period, Rinzel. We are forcing a game 7 here in Belleville. Gutman, almost a point per game. Can we take home the Calder Cup trophy? First period, 1-0. Sokolov for them. Second period, 2-0. Parker Kelly. Come on, boys. We need to lock in here. They're beating us in shots by a couple. We need a quick one. Let's go. 12 minutes left. Let's see if we can do something power play. We need it. And we don't get it. Damn. This might be kind of how we won our last series, where they almost came back, but they were able to fend us off. And yep, Reinhardt with the empty net. Damn, we lose in 7 in the final. That hurts. But a good season regardless for the AHL. Making it all the way to the final. That is crazy, though. We should have definitely won that. Nazar with 14. I think I probably should have moved him down. Elwesel had a great final series, and Gutman was just great the whole playoffs. Rinzel, Kasparaitis. So these guys are all plus, so that's good. Pellick only had 5 points. That's kind of not good, but he's up to a 74. That's good. Allen up to a 78. And Kasparaitis 77, so that's good. Rinzel 76. Nazar, does he have anything? He's a 78. Great. I think this is technically the off-season growth now, so a good season for our AHL team regardless. Almost taking home the Calder Cup, but let's just get up to the draft lottery here. That's kind of been the thing we've been waiting for. So the top-seeded Rangers, the President's Trophy curse is no more. They take home the Stanley Cup, and of course we saw Belleville with the Calder Cup. The salary cap, and I believe the next screen is the draft lottery. So let's see where we will be picking in this year's draft, and it's going to be number 3. All right, so we fall down to number 3, but I will still take it, a top 3 pick. And as we saw, yep, and honestly, this might be, if Catan falls to us, that might be perfect for us. Celebrini looks really good as well, and Kiwi Hardy, who I assume is great if he's the number 1 prospect. But yeah, I think we have our eyes on our guy right here, Berkeley Catan. As long as the second pick takes Celebrini, we definitely have our guy right there. So retired players, Corey Perry, James Neal, Brian Little, among others for the Skaters. Goaltenders, Carey Price, officially calling it quits here. Mike Smith, Ben Bishop, Corey Snyder, and Anton Khudobin. All right, here's all the coach retirements and the players who were scouts, all that. And we are officially in the offseason for next year. So yeah, the third pick, I don't think it's a question that we should take Catan. The playmaker can go with Bedard. He has high elite. I mean, that is perfect. He can play the center if we need him to. I think this is a good pick right here if we can get him. We just gotta hope he falls to us. I mean, if we get one of these two though, I'd still be happy. But I'm definitely eyeing Catan there. Catan. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. I do want to take a look. Is there any immediate growth that I can see from this screen? Lucas Reichel up to an 85, and he jumped from an 82. So that is beautiful. He will actually get more meaningful minutes this year. Korchinski, Radish went down to 81. That is not good, though. Just gave him that contract, too. Maybe should have waited on that. But Korchinski up to an 81. He would definitely be ready for next year. Yep, we saw all this stuff. And Camesso up to 75, so that's good. So, yeah, we're getting growth out of our guys, which is good. But, yeah, next year's going to be interesting. Free agency is definitely going to play a role in this. And I do want to see, not that we might not be targeting him, but just in general. Did Matthews get an extension? He did not. And look at this. They offered Tavares a contract. I think Austin Matthews is going to be a free agent this year. So maybe he can go to Arizona just like everyone thinks he is in this game. But yeah, that is going to do it for episode number 3 of the Blackhawks franchise mode. got the year done where it got a number 3 pick here in the draft. Made a big trade, another big defensive prospect in Pelika. So this team, it's looking good for the future, man. I'm really excited to just keep simming and see where we get to. So that'll do it for this one, and you guys take care.